So I was sitting down here to take a moment to go through my personal messages. I get personal messages through Facebook and as well as YouTube. I long since quit reading all of the comments from videos because there are too many. After the channel was featured on the December's Partner on the Rise contest, for lack of a better word, the comments that come in have been overwhelming and have just continued to increase progressively. So I do try to get through them. I have been spending 2 to 3 hours a day trying to catch up on the personal messages just through Facebook alone, and I'm just now working on the YouTube private messages. So if you have written me and I haven't responded to you, I apologize for that, and I'm working through the catalog. I came across one today that I want to share with you because it really hits the nail on the head on the point that I've tried to get across to young people. And I hope you don't mind if I take a moment and share it with you. I know there's nothing worse than someone reading something online, but I wouldn't do it if I didn't think it was worth doing a video on. So I do want to share with you. It's not that long, but I want to read this and then comment on it a bit. This is from, I'm going to call him E, because I do not have his permission. He's a 14-year-old boy from Connecticut, and he just shared this letter with me, and I'd want to share it with you. It says, "Dear Cody, I live in kind of a small town in Connecticut, USA, and lately it has been snowing like crazy here. There is an average of about 1.5 feet of snow on the ground with a quarter of ice on top of that. So you can imagine the trouble that comes with shoveling all that. So me, being 14 years old, I can help a lot with that. So today I was coming home from school, and then I saw a guy who lives in my apartment building. He offered to pay me $10 to clean off his car, so I took the offer. I went out there to clean out the car, and so I did what everyone else would do. I cleaned off the snow, but then I did something that I don't think anyone else I know would have done. After I got the snow off the roof, I got the snow out of the keyholes. I cleaned his windshield wipers, and then I thought, well, there's snow under his car, but he won't see it, but I still got every snowflake out from under his car. While I was doing that, I noticed that there was ice around his car, so I went and got some salt and sprinkled it around his car, and then went back inside, and he was there with an extra $10. He had been watching me the whole time and was super impressed on how much work I put into this. I shared this story to you because when I started watching your amazing channel, I really thought, since I live in this kind of big town, not really a rural like you, that I can't take my axe and do some logging, which I would love to do, but I can't. But you can still do some good things and do your work above and beyond, even if you don't live in a rural area, even if I don't live in a rural area like you." Well done, E. That was a fantastic letter, and that I'm so impressed. I am so proud of you for doing that. You know, it's always a constant temptation, I think, for all of us to take the low road, to take the shortcut. I myself was aware of this just the other day when I was at Costco, and the cart return was quite a ways away, and I was trying to justify a reason not to take the cart back, just leave it where it was, to dump that responsibility on someone else. But God speaks to us through His Holy Spirit. Some people call it a conscience, but that's the time when God speaks to us, is in those situations. Why should we, when it's in our ability to help someone out a little bit, put extra burden or work on people? Just think if everyone left their cart out. The cart's not the point. The point is that he didn't have to do it, but he did. Did this excellent job cleaning this man's car. Look at the impression that you made, Ed, on this. Look at the, what does that say about your character? What does that say about you? Do you think this guy will ever forget the way you cleaned his car? Will he ever find another person to do such a thorough job? It's just, I am so grateful that you shared that with me. If you're a young man or a young woman that watches this channel, take note of what this example of what Ed did. How can you apply that? How can you apply that at your home? And like he said, it's about doing what you can where you're at. Just because you don't live in the country or in a forest environment doesn't mean that you can't make a difference. Always have that eye open for someone in need. Turn your head, pick your head up from off the ground and in front of your iPhone or your iPad and look around you. As you walk around, there's always someone that could be in need, whether it be holding a door or helping someone with their groceries, or a neighbor that's elderly that needs their lawn cut. These opportunities are everywhere, and the feeling of accomplishment and joy that comes from giving of yourself to someone else there's nothing like it. There is no high. You're not going to get it from a video game or from a movie or from texting, television. There just isn't anything like it. So my hat's off to you, Ed, for this. Thank you for sharing the letter, and I am so proud of you, and thank you for sharing it. Just a perfect example of what can be done with where you're at.